Hello, this is Matthew Smith of Mage Media. Welcome to my movie review show, Mage Reviews. Now, today we're going to be reviewing a movie I saw very recently, John Wick Chapter 2. Okay, let's begin. The movie begins with a really awesome car chase. It's one of the best car chases in film, modern film history. And then right after that, we finally get to see John get his car back. This is something he had to get back in the first film. It was basically part of his plot to kill good old Greyjoy and his uncle. Now that he's done that, he gets his car back. Now, it's beat up, really torn to pieces, but he's able to get it home. And then we're introduced to John's new dog. He has no name. Then again, considering the fact the dog died in the first film, I can see why. Once he's home, he gets a visit from John Leguizamo and a nice little cameo to get his car fixed. The car's towed away, and he can pick up where he left off by retiring again. But an old friend by the name of Santino D'Antonio comes along, and he needs a favor. He wants John to fulfill a contract that he, I assume, signed a long time ago. Not an actual contract, it's a blood contract. John refuses without knowing what the offer is. Santino blows up his house. Luckily, the dog survives, but nothing else really survives. So John goes to Santino later on in New York City, and he accepts the offer. Now, what is this offer? Santino wants John to do one thing. He wants John to kill his sister. Now, the reason, from what I remember, it was about the fact that his sister's taking power now. She's in the League of Assassins. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything off the top of my head, but it's the best I remember. And they're having a ceremony to, make it official. So John goes to Rome, and he gets his gear with a nice little cameo with Peter Serafinowicz. If you don't know who that is, you're the guy who called the Guardians of the Galaxy a bunch of a-holes. He's that guy. Why I know him? You just watch the show on YouTube. Anyway, that's not important. What is important, though, is we get a nice little montage of John Wick gearing up as always. It's really nice. So he goes to the party for Santino's sister. I don't remember her name, sadly. But when he is about to kill her, it turns out, she kills herself. She cuts her wrists and gets in the bathtub. But of course, John makes sure he has the last bullet and he shoots her. And so John did his job, but, her bodyguard, yeah, that's right, she had a bodyguard, forgot to mention that, picks up on the fact that John might have done something. Now the race is on. And when John leaves Rome, it turns out Santino has now placed a hit on him. That's right, for around $700 million, something like that. 70 million, 700 million. It was a big number, it had the number 7 in it. And now John is a wanted man. Will he survive? Or will he be killed? Okay, now I'm not going to spoil the ending because that's not fun. I already spoiled enough the plot as it is. Now, let's move on to the characters. Okay, now John Wick is the ultimate badass. He is the kind of hero you want to be. He knows how to use a gun. He knows how to, fight with his fists. He's the great assassin. And honestly, he's one of Keanu Reeves' best characters. And I know some people could bring up Neo, but Neo was just okay. I like his performance. I think it fits the character well. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, but that's the character. He's an assassin. He doesn't need to show emotion. That's about it for John. Let's move on to the next character. Santino's a good villain. I mean, he certainly is a good, opposite to John Wick. Like I said, he is good. He certainly was he's sort of a threat, and he was pretty menacing at times. Alright, well, I don't know what else to say except on to the, next character. There aren't too many other characters aside from characters from the first film and some other ones, hey, listen, John Leguizamo. It was a short cameo, like I mentioned earlier, but God, it was nice to see him again. Really nice. Shame he wasn't in the movie more. I love the dog. The dog's an amazing character. Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, this is like the best film they've done together. Yeah, better than The Matrix. Any of them. It's it was nice to see those two back together again, though. It really was. Different characters, but still very nice. Aside from that, though, really there isn't much to say except that John Wick 2 is a good movie. I recommend you guys see it however you can, either through the theaters if it's still out, or if by the time this review comes out it's gone. get it on Blu-ray or DVD. That's how highly I recommend this. Right, this is Matt Smith of Mage Media signing